gonna put it on Facebook. Send me the link.
All right, we live, y'all. Let me go ahead and send that link over to you. Yo, I'm gonna send to you in the message. It's already in the message right now. You see it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's the link. So what up, everybody? We back. We got a new co-host in the building. It's Big Ryan Stalker in the house.
What up?
He about to give us a little insight on how he feeling about what's going on with the league with us. And we already started, we already started rolling, talking about what Tua doing, how Patrick Mahomes would be if he had the Miami roster. We talking about a couple things out here. I mean, we see Ryan. I don't know if he's gonna bring out his jersey or not. I don't know which one he got on tonight.
Changes every week, dog.
Right now, man.
Changes every week, dog.
I'm waiting to get that new McCaffrey jersey. That might be my Christmas present.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit's gonna be tough, dog. You put a little McCaffrey jersey on, like you said, in all white or the black. I like the black and gold and red they got too.
Oh dang! I don't even think I saw that one. I'm gonna have to check that out for real.
And that should go with everything. So make sure you look out for that. I mean, you probably can't get both right now because who knows? They gonna raise the prices.
Yeah, the price on. I'm just waiting for McCaffrey to break out like a 250-yard game.
Yo,
I feel like it's gonna happen, bro. They gave him like 20. They gave him like 30 attempts last week, something like that.
Hey man, tell McCaffrey to chill. My boy Mitchell just got back from IR. So I need my boy to get some reps on there too. McCaffrey can't be hogging it all no more, dog.
The crazy thing is with McCaffrey getting that many attempts, Mitchell still got almost 100 yards.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yo, all you need is a touchdown, and that's a great game. So there might be enough for everybody.
And he's capable of breaking 1 or 2 for 20, 40 yards. So if he ever get a chance to just break one or like some goal line work, I noticed they was pulling him out and putting McCaffrey in for a lot of the goal line stuff. So
it went both ways because I saw Mitchell get some runs in the red zone near the goal line. But for McCaffrey, they gave him those little passes because they're not trying to let anybody get injured by the linebackers and the linemen, so they don't want him running up the gut. So I feel them preserve both of those guys because they both now a little injury prone in my opinion. So if you could not give them too much of the load, see if they last the whole season,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that makes sense. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this on and popping, So we got to start with the topics of the day. My Colts, Philly, baby, we going in first.
People get 1 win in 5 weeks.
Yo, we're number 1, baby.
Back camps now, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, all I know, my boy Jeff Saturday is undefeated. My guy came straight off ESPN, left the segment just hot and dry. Gotta go, got a coaching gig. Y'all figure out who's subbing in for me. I got coach on Sunday. I do David get a full week and smash Josh McDaniels' ass. Jeff, dog, defend yourself, dog. That's your OC for years.
Belichick, come on, dog. Everybody knows Josh McDaniels is overrated as a head coach. I understand what the owner was thinking defending that guy. This guy, I mean, he flamed out in Denver. What do you expect, dog?
What you mean? The guy was highly recruited. He had multiple offers from multiple teams. My guy was winning rings left and right with Belichick. How he overrated, man? You tell me that.
Right. Any coordinator is gonna win rings from Belichick and Tom Brady. I mean, it was like a pipeline.
So
with
tell me, Buddy just riding coattails.
If you got Tom Brady and Bill Belichick as the two people you correspond with on the game plans, you basically the third in line.
Yeah. You're basically holding the clipboard and taking notes. You're a note taker.
You're not the one to start the meetings.
You're just happy you're in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you and me beating me? Okay.
I dude just happy to get a valid opinion in there, dog. I feel you. I feel okay. So Josh McDaniels is out after this year. Is that what I'm hearing?
Nah, unfortunately not, man. The owner backed him up And everybody's like, why? Why they're backing up? And you know me, I'm a researcher. I read the tea leaves. Bro, the owner's poor, dog. He can't afford to fire him right now, dog.
Oh damn!
So he has to wait it out at least a year or two, even though he probably doesn't want to, because he doesn't have money like that. So
that makes sense. Cause he's still paying Gruden. My guy got a 10-year, $100 million contract.
Yeah, and he's like
4 years in,
right?
4 years.
Contract not over. My boy Gruden could retire, go spend the next 5 years all across the world, and still get the paycheck every single week in the account. So.
And Gruden's suing the NFL too.
Is he?
So, yeah, he's suing it. It's not really like headlines like that, but I don't know if y'all remember. It started a couple months ago because he was basically like targeted by them. And,
he is suing the NFL. I don't think he's gonna win, but
I mean, nobody else. They could just be like, it's profiling. You know, like, did they have the right to be able to go through the emails like that? Like, you know, so if they can prove that it wasn't like just cause to be able to go through the emails, then that basically makes the NFL liable for him being fired.
Oh, dang. So, but
and also, you get, like, yeah, that's the type of stuff where you get like suits because of defamation on your name.
Yeah, it is defamation of character.
Yeah,
for damn sure.
So, I'm just surprised that is it Snyder, the owner of the
Washington?
Yeah,
Washington?
Dan Snyder.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that nobody sued him yet. Like, it's
well, he's in legal proceedings right now, man. Like he's going through it right now, man. So
I just been waiting for.
I think it's criminal records. I don't think it's suing. I think they want him to be like punished. Like I don't know if he's gonna do jail time, but I think that's what they're looking for.
He ain't gonna do jail time, man. Come on, the guy's.
I don't think so, but they're definitely looking to, because they said even if he sells the team, because he's like trying to sell the team to like get them off their back. They're like, oh, this investigation's not stopping. In my head, I'm like, damn, what do they want from him? Like a huge fine or jail time, or you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, bro,
he's going through right now.
They're trying to make an example of him. It's one of those situations where like your name kept coming up, and you wasn't like changing your ways.
Right.
Shit hit the fan. People like, oh no, it's not this a little sweep under the rug. It's like a felony type shit. So, you know,
these owners out here think they untouchable because they made with money. You feel me? They grew up with money. They always get their way until the legal system comes after their ass. That's when they're like, oh, I am a little vulnerable, right? My lawyers can't bail me out. All right, then. Let me go ahead and back up. Too late now. But they done got you through the system, so I guess they're going to see it through.
And then when they get investigated, it's like the FBI.
Right.
You know? So it's like you ain't about to just beat them.
No.
Normally, if they let you know that they got a case against you, they already got the case.
Right. They got all the facts. Now they're lining shit up. Now they're all right. Just in case he beats this, we got 13 other stuff to go after him.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I guess Jeff defend his boy, dog. Josh McDaniels, he even stick up for him for a second. I was hoping I got some type.
I hope he does bad, so he go right back to Patriots.
And do what?
That's what's gonna happen.
And do what?
Do what he always does. Bill Belichick's a little understudy, dog. We got spot Warren for you, dog. We give you 3 years.
That might work, because what did Belichick do? He put a defense coordinator for the role now. He's like, anybody could do it. You could do it. Go ahead. You got the job. So
and guess what? We have a better record than Josh McDaniels. And Colts. What's up?
Whoa, too far.
We do have a better. We do it, and we beat the Colts.
By a game. All right. You got better record by a game, dog. Relax.
And murdered the Colts. And beat the Colts. What's up?
Hey, dog, you didn't beat us at full strength. All right. We got JT back. We got Matty Ice back.
That sounds like excuses, dog. Whatever.
When you got a third string quarterback starting and he's a 6th round draft pick, I hope you could win, dog.
I mean, did we tell your owner to put a third string quarterback here?
My Ryan was injured, bro.
That sounds like a coach problem. Either way, we still whack that ass.
my Ryan had a bad shoulder, so he had to take some weeks off, but he back now.
Either way, man, me and you both know Colts ain't going nowhere. They got this little win over overrated Raiders team. Enjoy it, and then get ready to lose next week.
Don't think y'all understand. We got that Saturday magic on Sundays now, baby. My boy bringing the wins back to Indy. He remembered the Peyton Manning days. He's bringing all that philosophy back in the building, and we might shock the league, man. See you in the playoffs. Feel me?
How about this? Let's put a friendly $20 bet on the Eagles versus Colts game this Sunday. Friendly 20. If you really believe. Achieve and dream. Let's put friendly 20 on it.
I need to see another week.
Okay, next topic.
They may be able to pull out like 3 more wins. What's your record right now? Y'all like 4s? Y'all?
Yeah, we're 4, 5, and 1.
4, 5, and 1.
Yeah.
Y'all probably got to get like at least 4 more.
They are not getting 4 more wins. They got one lucky win against the Raiders team. Then let's be honest, they're done.
Damn.
And that's about it. They're gonna lose next week against the Eagles unless any of you guys want to bet. I'm here to take bets. And then it's gonna be over. The little charade's gonna be over.
I'm gonna chill right now. All I'm gonna do right now is enjoy my week. They told us an ESPN analyst can't be a coach. He got no coaching experience. You know what the hell he's doing. Why did he accept the job? Next thing you know, we got the dub. So I'm going
to you guys.
Right?
All I'm gonna say is he doesn't have too much fear because he's new to the game as far as head coaching. You know what I'm saying? A lot of experience in the line, how the offense has to move and stuff. He may be able to help out y'all line.
That's what he did.
Really one of the weak
right. The thing that you're failing to realize, they have more problems than just the line.
Man,
that's like one of their many problems.
How many more problems you got, dog?
You got too many problems. I'll be here all night.
Damn, first of all, I'm gonna let you know right now that the roster is straight. Y'all must have forgot the Colts put out the most Pro Bowlers last year in the NFL. That's first and foremost. So we got talent. Second of all, that O-line kind of fell apart. But I feel like Frank Wright was just doing too much. My boy Saturday said, let's get back to the basics. We'll need to do all this extra steps when we're doing blocks. Let's just keep it easy. Keep it simple. You take care of your man, and that's it. Don't worry about the next guy. You take care of your guy. And then you can't have an excuse if he gets by you. So guess what happened? This week, my boy JT finally is JT again. Put up 130-plus yards. Dropped a touchdown. The O-line only allowed 1 sack, which the rest of the season we're allowing about 4 sacks a game. With the QB had no time. By the time they say hike, one of the DNs got past our tackles. So the quarterback's already running before the play develops. And it was all discombobulated almost the whole game. Every now and then, they might not get to us. The quarterback gets a little lucky completion, but he can't finish no drives. So it was just bad offense the whole year. Like, our defense been holding us together because they keeping most of these teams about 20 points a game. So it keeps us in the game because our defense would contain most of these offenses. But our offenses wasn't really even dropping 20. They'd be dropping in the teens. Give you a little 14, a little 10, a little 17. And you can't win in the NFL if all you put in the in the teens. You can't put 2 touchdowns or 1 touchdown and 3 field goals or some shit like that. 3, 4, 5 games. So I don't know, man. I feel like if we could get back to where we were just last year for most of that year, we're gonna surprise folks and nobody's gonna want to play us in the playoffs. Because remember, we still got that Mack truck back there that runs a 4-3. As you see, if he breaks in the open field, your DBs ain't catching him. So I don't know, Jeff. I'm ready to make you eat your words. So, it's 1 week. I can't get too excited, but I see us cooking, dog. Feel me?
The best
and
part
I see you guys not.
The best part about that game, though, to me, is Derek Carr crying afterwards on this podium.
Yeah,
Hey, perfect reaction.
Spit out the drink.
Oh, man,
we gotta snip that for
right.
show. Oh
that's
man.
Funny,
hey, bro. Bro said, I just wish I can't even sniff up as hard as he did.
Oh man,
you can hear the snot rolling back in his nose. I just wish that felt as confident about his organization or love this organization as much as I do. The things that people put in their bodies just to go to sleep at night. Sir, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's some shit you should say in the locker room. You can't be saying that to the public like that.
Right.
Everybody got piss test tomorrow.
Right. Your boy dry snitch without even realizing it was too late, dog. Like, yo.
He trying to get traded. He trying to get traded out the locker room or something.
Right. That's some funny shit, dog.
That was wild, man. I couldn't believe when I saw that. I could not believe it.
But he put his blood, sweat, and tears into that game and couldn't get the dub, dog, against a team that shouldn't have beat him. So it's tough, dog. And what? They 2-7 now?
Yeah, they might as well just hang it up, man. He might as well just let them get some. Hey, he might as well just relax, still get paid. I claim I'm injured. You know, I go ahead and hang it up. You know what I'm saying?
They just gave him a fat contract, so that shit ain't working out this season. Reset, dog. Try again next year, bro.
Exactly. Hang it up. Go ahead and get that first round pick. Get you a better O lineman. You know what I'm saying? That early pick gets you. You might be able to trade that for like 2 late round picks, something like that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Get
Split
some
that for 2. Yeah,
you can definitely get you some really good defensive players late in the first, early in the second.
That's not bad. I mean, I don't know who their GM is anymore, but thank God it's not Mike Mayock. I don't know how.
I was just about to say that he got fired.
Yeah, he gone.
Okay.
He gone. My dude thought he thought being a GM is like being an analyst. It's not the same, bro. He's like, oh, y'all go overpay me and I can do the same job I was doing. Nah, bro. It's not the same. All those guys that he drafted in the first round were reaches. Like, I can't even think of one that's actually was a great pickup.
Probably Josh Jacobs.
He drafted Josh Jacobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jacobs I personally feel like Jacobs didn't really break out until this year.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say,
he got
Josh Jacobs.
Yards.
It's a
he got him. He got him late in the first round, so I think that was a good pick.
Like, when people tell me a running back get 1,000 yards, I'm like, you play 16 games though, so you're not even getting 100 yards a game. So you should be getting 1,000 yards. If you don't get 1,000 yards and you're full-time running back, you can't be starting. I mean, I don't know what to say about
it.
Right?
What are you doing?
The minimum
well,
is
I'm just
1,000.
saying that's like the best pickup of the draft.
All right, so I'll give you that. He's the best draft pick he selected. So I give you that because he's still on the roster. He's playing for his contract this year, so that's probably why he's breaking out.
You know, Mike Mayock had drafted Amari Cooper.
No.
That was before John Gruden.
Yeah, I was about to say that was probably
that was the year before. No, a couple years before actually.
I think that was Reggie McKenzie.
Probably yeah.
That was the GM from the Packers, I think, who picked him up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's my little rant about the Colts. You know, I had to get that in first. So we'll let the new guests, the new co-hosts, start next, Doc. What you got for me, Doc? Who you talking about tonight?
I mean, man, there's so many different topics to talk about with the NFL right now, especially with all these injuries. But, speaking of injuries, first thing that popped in my head was Cooper Kupp. And the Rams basically in need of something. They in need of something happening because the run game not there. Akers basically like he looking like he out the league. You know what I'm saying? Henderson looking like, why am I even here? You know, so they don't got no run game really. And then the only surefire thing they had was Cup, and he gone now for at least 5-6 weeks. So he had surgery, so they're probably gonna hang him up on IR.
Right.
And then win the next couple games.
Yeah, I think it's done, man.
Yeah, you're right. He's right done for the season. Like,
I think Rams are done. Both of them are done.
Yeah, I mean, and that division is pretty hard too. So I don't see them coming back anytime soon unless a miracle happens. Matthew Stafford been playing like really want football. So bro like had one good year, got his ring. Now he like, I don't care no more.
Hey, that's the truth.
It's crazy to me how a team goes from being the best to just looking like dog shit. I'm like, wow, like the drop off is real. Like that Super Bowl hangover lasts the whole year for some teams. Like I don't even know if they can come back from this because they don't got no draft capital. So if you trade all your draft picks away for your future, and your present roster is falling on the job, what do you do next, dog? What's the next plan?
Here's what you do. You turn on that DVD package with the cereal and play every year you suck. You're like, yo, at least we got this. You know what I'm saying? At least we got something out of this. Because, yeah, looking grim right now.
Hey, at least not like
that's
college.
The only reason.
If it was the SEC, he might be on the way out right now.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
College, because if it was the SEC, he'd be out the door right now. They don't play, boy.
Yo, back then, they used to give college coaches 3-4 good years before they kick you out. Now, your ass might get the can during the same year, dog. Like, I don't like how you start and you going.
Halfway through the season, bro, if you ain't turning around, it's a wrap.
Right.
You in the office like you was like a kid in the principal office. For real.
It's cutthroat out there, dog. But yeah, the Rams are in big trouble, man. I haven't even really thought of them because they've been an afterthought. But now that you bring that up, the number one option is Allen Robinson now. Like
that's sad, dog.
I need him to pop off hard because I have him in 2 fantasy leagues, and I need like going into the playoffs, the last little push, last couple of weeks. I need somebody to start getting something popping off, man. There's too many injuries happening right now, so I need a couple people that's dedicated to getting at least like 10, 12, looks their way during the game. Possibly the number one option for a touchdown or something.
Right. You're praying for that 50-50 the touchdown come his way, dog. Just, yo, Stafford, just throw it up, bro. Let him go get that. Because he ain't it, dog. And you know what? Now I'm mad again. Because I traded Brady for that man to you, man. I want to hear nothing from your ass, dog.
Hey, bro. Hey, it just happens like that. Hey, I gave a first to Chase for Elijah Mitchell and Marcus Valdes-Scantling.
Oh, that's sad.
So I was thinking, MVS is gonna be the new Tyreek. Missed on that, but he be good sometimes. He got like 15 points last week, something like that. It's not bad.
That means the definition of hot and cold, dog. Just flip a coin, baby. Just flip a coin.
It might land on your week, dog.
Yeah.
He literally is hot and cold.
Right. That's a true bye-week feeling, dog. Put him in and pray to Jesus that he gives you a touchdown, 15 points or something, dog.
Flex.
Right.
Yeah. But so I was thinking with the Rams in their situation, I know prior to Cup's injury, everybody was saying obviously they're going to be the number one in the line to get Odell Beckham. With Cup getting hurt, do you feel like it makes Odell want to sign more or sign less? I personally feel like less.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with you. He not going there. That man finally got himself a Super Bowl ring. He finally got some respect because his name was being drugged through the mud when he was with Cleveland. So he finally got his name back up to where he's a valuable asset when GMs are looking at him to try and bring him into their organization. So last thing he wants to do is be dealt with a lamed up quarterback right now. Because Matthew Stafford, I feel like Buddy didn't even practice over the summer. He's like, I got my ring, I'm cool. We're going vacation the whole summer.
Bro, I'm doing all summer, dog.
So his play fell off, and I don't know if he's ever getting it back because he's getting older, and usually when you get older,
like 34 or something like that.
Yeah, I think he is 34. So I mean, I know quarterbacks could play to like they're 40 nowadays, but I don't know, man. From what I see from Russell Wilson, even Tannehill fell off a lot. I mean, last week he finally put up some touchdowns. But before last week, I don't know when the last time the man put up 2 touchdowns in the game. And because he's getting older, it's like all these quarterbacks, once they hit like the mid-30s, if they're not on top of their game and making sure they're taking care of their body physically day in and day out, the drop-off is real, man. Like they don't hit the full cliff, but man, they break an arm or break a leg going down a cliff. They're like, oh, I'm still in. You know, he got the one good arm, but it ain't the same.
Slow digression, you know. So
right.
So I'm hoping that Odell. I got him in a fantasy league. I think Jeff, you still got him in one of your leagues. I think.
Yeah, I got him like 1 or 2. Yeah.
So hopefully he pop off somewhere because I'm like, man, I need somebody to fill out them flex spots. You know what I'm saying? It's too up and down right now.
I feel you. Ain't no consistency like it used to be. It's like you thought you had a good roster, then you go in to play on Sunday and your team can't even put up 100 points. You're like, what the just happened?
I've never seen so many leagues where everybody's 1 to 2 games, you know, from like being in second to third place, like from like 8 to second. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. If you have a good little 3-week stretch, you go from 8 to second within the month, dog. So you're right about that. Yeah.
Or if you miss that median, bro, missing the median right now is just like your worst opponent right now.
You're not even worried about the opponent. You're worried about if you're hitting the median. You're like, yo, let me get at least 1 win, dog. If I could beat the opponent and make that 2, I'm Gucci. But if I can't even beat the opponent, let me get the median, dog, because we need to keep on climbing, dog. So I feel you on that.
Hey, one good thing that did come out of the trade deadline was Jeff Wilson going to Miami. Jeff Wilson been popping off. And I wish somebody would have told me when he went there that he was going to be the lead back or have that much of a time share, because I would have definitely been playing him. And it cost me a game, too. So
I feel the opposite. So I got Mostert in my league.
Yeah.
And I mean, Mostert did this thing last week for me, but damn, I'm stressing. So that's my RB3. And if Buddy's the second RB, I don't know if that thing's a keep up for him, man. Jeff Wilson looked like he mad that he got traded. So now he's taking out on everybody else he's playing now.
And you got to go and deal. And you know he was behind Mostert in the
49ers.
So he probably got like a little vendetta, a little chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Right. My boy feels like, hey, I'm the captain now, baby. I'm taking over this shit. But yeah, back to the Rams. So,
oh man, so I'm wondering. So just to piggyback off the Rams, because we both feel like Odell not going to go anywhere close to them. You know what I'm saying? You know, where is Odell going to go? So I know y'all probably seen the news article from ESPN from Schefter like earlier this week saying that the Cowboys is on the list, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Giants, and the 49ers. So who do you think out of like those 5 is like the best option for him?
Go ahead, Jeff. I'll let you go first.
Cowboys, Bills, Chiefs, Giants, and the 49ers.
That's tough, man. I don't really like any of those teams, but if I had to pick one, I would say maybe Chiefs. Like he'd be like the clear number 2. Second, I'll probably say 49ers, but honestly, I don't really like
number 1 on the Chiefs.
Number 1, I think it might be Juju. I think Juju's like a good possession receiver. He probably got like the most targets out of all of them, so I'll say he'll be number 1, and he could fit right in at number 2. Or Travis Kelce, really.
Yeah,
Travis Kelce really is number one.
Yeah, you're right on that.
Yeah.
Personally, go ahead.
I feel like the Chiefs is like a safe answer because you know the boys are making to the playoffs and you'll get a few balls thrown your way. Mm-hmm. But I guess it depends what Adele's trying to do because this probably gonna be his last big contract. So he probably feels like, do I want to be the man or do I just want to be a part of it all? So if he goes to the Chiefs, I feel like he's kind of gonna just be part of it all because Mecole Hardman be having his days. Kadarius Toney just started making some noise, and then you still got MVS getting those bombs every now and then. He'll sometimes get 4 or 5 receptions a game, and you know he puts up good numbers. And you know he still got Travis Kelce and Juju, so that's a lot of mouths to feed. So he might think if he goes to the Chiefs, he's probably going to get 4 to 5 receptions max in a game, because you have to make the most of them. So he won't be looking at those big games that he knows he's capable of producing. If he goes to a more desperate team that's going to feed him the rock. So I feel like the Chiefs is safe, but he's probably thinking, all right, I got my ring, so I'm not really ring chasing anymore. I'm actually trying to put some stats up under my name because he's damn near 30 now. If he's not 30, he's probably 29. So he's like, man, ain't too many prime years left, so I need to put up some stats under my name because he been pretty injury riddled throughout his career. So I'm sure the stat book ain't as big as he thought he could get and accomplish. So I feel like if any team, it's probably gonna be the Cowboys because they need another receiver over there, and he probably want to piss off New York.
This is, bro. You took the words out of my mouth just now. That's exactly what I was thinking, word for word. I mean, so he does. So if basically, you know, the Cowboys have one of the biggest, if not the biggest, fan bases. He already got New York fan base on lock. He already got, social media for the most part. You got LA fan base on lock because you basically was the MVP for them in the Super Bowl. And then you also, if you go to Dallas, I mean, you got every single market that's going to buy your jersey, you know, at that point, and everybody's going to be waiting to see what are you going to be able to do to take this Dallas team to the next level. And I don't know if the networks are getting paid personally by Jerry Jones or whatnot, but they talk about the Cowboys when they lose. They talk about them when they win. Every year they right there ready to get the Super Bowl ring, put it on their fingers until they play the games.
Right.
And when they play the games, they be like, oh, they just missing this one piece. This one piece every year is this one piece. Every year it's, oh, Dak a little hurt. Oh, every year Zeke he still got it. Oh, the O-line is always gonna be solid, but the defense, do they got it? Now they got a defense. Zach is a little bit beat up, but Pollard looking better than Zeke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I was gonna say, personally, if I was him, I would go to Dallas because the spotlight is gonna be on you. You know for a fact they don't have anybody else coming in, like waiting in the wing. So you can definitely get a long-term contract. Jerry Jones will give you money if you make him look good. For sure.
Right.
You don't gotta hassle back and forth with the big bag. And then you got a solid number one in CeeDee Lamb, so you know people are gonna not be able to double cover you a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Pollard and Zeke running the ball, you just gotta be able to get a couple catches per game and be a red zone threat. And you probably, I mean, the NFC is not as hardcore as the AFC. If he was to go to the Bills or the Chiefs, if you go to one of those teams, literally you gotta hope that the other one is not their year. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the Cowboys, you like, well, first I can fuck over the Giants. You know, number two, get the bag. Number three, I got who to beat, the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? It's like the only real competition. The Vikings not really. They're not. they're not really real like that, you know. They've always found a way to mess it up.
They just beat the Bills, though.
The Bills always find a way to mess it up too. So, hey, remind you, 13 seconds, bro. That's all it takes. 13 seconds. You know, so with that being said, as I was saying, I definitely go to the Cowboys because the NFC competition, the Bucks don't look like they're real competition. The Vikings and Eagles about it. I mean, that's about it, really. Who?
I'll be honest. I feel like that was actually on my next topic, the Cowboys. I feel like the Cowboys are gonna fall off. I feel like
all right, go ahead.
It's a matter of time. Always a matter of time.
Roll right into it, dog. Why you feel that way, man?
I mean, look at the Packers game, man. The Packers game was like a little preview of what's to happen. Like that's what I was saying throughout the whole weeks about the Cooper Rush thing. Is just the Cooper Rush. I feel like the team is better because they don't rely on Dak. They know like, oh, Cooper Rush can't get us 30 any game, so let's play safe, good football. But with Dak, it's like the whole strategy changed, and that's why I told you, I'm like, yo, if they want to be successful with Dak, they gotta do whatever they're doing with Cooper Rush and emulate that to Dak. And what they do this week, they really did the opposite. I'm like, wow, like that's why you guys lost. They're killing them running the ball, killing them. They're averaging like 6 yards a carry running the ball. How the heck does Dak Prescott throw 46 attempts? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Bro, even Rodgers, same scenario. Packers were running the ball like crazy.
Yeah.
Rodgers had 20 attempts while Dak had 46 attempts. And the worst part is Packers were down. So it actually make more sense if Aaron Rodgers threw more than Dak because they were down. So obviously when you're down, you throw more. They were down and they still ran more than the freaking Cowboys. It just makes no sense to me. And that's the problem with Dak. They think he's Tom Brady. They think he's Patrick Mahomes when he's not. And then when the pressure meets the road or when the tire hits the road, and you're like, okay, Dak, we need you to take us home. He folds. He throws picks. He gets 3 and outs. And then he loses close games. And that's the problem. That's why I feel like Cowboys are the hot, sexy pick right now. They just lost the Packers. They got to go face Vikings. I personally think they're going to lose this Sunday against Vikings. And after that, they got to go face Giants. So if they lose both games, is Odell still going to want to go there? That's the real question right there. That's the real question right there.
Yeah. Probably not, bro. But, I mean, at that point, it's like, who else like needs him, you know?
Well, like I said, you could go San Fran. You go
San Fran already has Ayuk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't go San Fran, man. Like, y'all got to think about it.
Another option is Bills, too.
You can't go to the Bills, man.
They got Gabriel.
Right. Gabriel's doing this thing right now. You can't mess that up. They've been developing Gabriel.
Knox and Diggs, they got them, you know, like they play their roles pretty well. So, I mean, I feel like.
So, even if Cowboys are losing, he should still go to Cowboys.
Nah. If Cowboys are losing, you have a point. Because he's not going to want to go to a losing franchise. He only go play for a few weeks. So, he's trying to play in the playoffs. So, he's probably sitting back and making sure he picks the right choice. Because ain't no rush. So, he's going to evaluate how the Cowboys finish this stretch. And you're right. If they lose to the Vikings and lose to the Giants, I mean, they might still be in playoff contention because the NFC's weak this year.
Yeah.
But he's going to be like, y'all just drop down to like 5th option. So
I guess I would, if I was him and the Cowboys, if we see over the next 3 weeks that how things unfold and the Cowboys have lost 2 or 3 games, then I would say the Chiefs hands down will be the best to go to.
Yeah.
Just because there's no clear number one there, but you know Mahomes can get you the ball. And you know they're gonna give you as many attempts as possible.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I mean
the Chiefs are a good option. Like, even though you might not be the man, at least
you'll be one of the men,
right? You winning, you getting the ball. And, you know, if you're not having a big game, it don't really matter. You got other guys there to pick up the slack. So yeah, you're right. If Cowboys fall off the wagon, it's Chiefs. I don't even think there's like a really close third option. It's either Cowboys, Chiefs. Can't even say a third option because
I was thinking maybe Packers, but Packers would have to win like 3-4 straight.
Right, so they better get hot.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know they beat Dallas and all, but that's not enough. You gotta rip off about probably 3 in a row.
Yeah.
To get back into it.
Yeah.
Did Juju ever say or did they say whether Juju's hurt long term, or if he's coming back next week?
I don't know. We probably won't know until like later in the week. So, but that'll be another opportunity for him.
Yeah.
So. But like I was saying, man, I feel like Cowboys are folding, man, and like you were bragging about like, oh, they beat the Bears, they beat the Lions, and I told you, man, let's see how they play a real team. Let's see what happens. The Packers are not even a real team to me. Look what happens now. Dak is folding, man. And I told you that. So,
well, you can't go undefeated. So you get a few lumps. Look at the Eagles. Washington took care of that ass last night. So or 2 nights ago. So I mean, even Jalen Hurts and them boys gotta catch an L every now and then. So
Jalen Hurts goes down. I hate to say it, they'll still have a good team, but I don't think they'll even go 500 the rest of the way if Jalen Hurts was to go down.
I mean,
he's just so much wrapped around him in the offense. And I actually like Gardner Minshew. I wish they would have given him to Carolina. I feel like Carolina would probably be at the top of the NFC South if we had Gardner Minshew. He one of those dudes is like he's like a Kirk Cousins or like a what's
Baker
the guy?
Mayfield.
Like who?
Baker Mayfield.
No. Definitely not a Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
who just retired from the Redskins. He was in Miami. He was in Tampa.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick. They're not
guys
that are going to make the Hall of Fame, but if they get a chance to throw it, they're going to try to throw it to you. Baker be hesitating. As soon as he see you look a little open, he like, nah, you ain't really open. I'm gonna hold the ball, then he just gonna get sacked. Like, we needed somebody like that just to get the ball out. PJ Walker, I wish we would have started him from the beginning. I think we probably would be 2 games ahead in the NFC South, which is crazy to think. But there's been nothing that happened to show me otherwise. So we'll see. That's just my Panthers rant real quick.
My boy had to bring the Panthers. You didn't forget about your boys.
I was like, where is this coming from? Talking about the Panthers.
They completely abandoned the boys.
Insult frustration. Matt Rule put us behind like 5 years, man.
Damn, that's how you feel, dog.
Bro was supposed to come and save the day. All he did was just destroy a team. That's it, man.
I don't even know what to say about the Panthers, man. Like,
you can forgive this. Wait till next year. That's what we've been doing since 2015. Wait until next year.
I mean, ever since Cam Newton went down, y'all boys been stuck in the mud. It's like y'all get these good draft picks because I seen your D end out of Florida State. Yeah, Brian Burns. He's good, right? So I'm like, yeah, y'all got some pieces. I mean,
the defense pretty stacked. Like Brian Burns good. I wish we still had Haskins. I don't know why the hell we let him go.
Right,
that's another thing that's bothering the hell out of me. Jeremy Chin, cornerback. I mean not Jeremy Chin. Jeremy Chin is dope, but he's a linebacker though.
You're talking about dude out of South Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, Horn out of Carolina.
Yeah.
Is dope. There's a couple different pieces that come together and like maintain. What's the other linebacker name? It's not Shaq
Thompson.
Is it Thompson? Yeah. So I feel like we got a core amount of people, and we just need a little bit more of the run game to happen since we don't have a solid quarterback to be able to take the pressure off of them being always on the field. Because they basically will be like whole first half, shutting people out, holding it down. They may get like one score away, and but and maybe we scored. It'd be like tied, or maybe we didn't score at all. But then late third quarter, that's when like basically the floodgates open up because they tired.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be on the field like 20 minutes longer than the offense in the game.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just bound to happen. So hey, every time you think about the Colts fucking up, just remember it could be worse. Okay. Imagine how the Texans feel.
Damn.
They can fumble the bag so many times, bro.
Damn, you're right. The Texans might be the worst team in the NFL. Like, I keep trying to think, like, who's the absolute worst? I mean, it's not the Panthers, so that's good.
Texans and Detroit gotta be. The thing is, Detroit give everybody a run for their money.
Right? So it's not Detroit. They just don't know how to close most of the time, but they in the game.
I feel like the Texans like Appalachian State. They're like, oh yeah, we scheduled them because it's supposed to be an easy win, guys. But every single game, they about to have that Michigan upset on your ass. So
right, they even took Eagles for a ride for a minute. When they played them a few weeks ago, I'm like, how's it halftime and still a game between these boys? Like, is the Texans about to upset the Eagles right now? The boys are undefeated, and they're going against a team that won one game all year. So you're right, Appy State don't sleep on them boys, They will take your lunch money.
Yo, and like, sorry to take your topic over, Jeff, but like freaking Jared Goff, everybody wrote him off. Now, bro, slinging it out there. You know what I'm saying? So he fantasy relevant now, even though his name's not necessarily a good name, but he's definitely amongst the mid-tier quarterbacks for sure. And he got more offensive power coming to him soon. So it's like, if they keep him, bro might be a top 10 quarterback.
Damn, that's a good question. Like, if they do draft the QB, what you do with Jared Goff? Because he's still good. Like you said, he putting up numbers quietly in the background. He ain't nothing crazy, but he'll give you 2 touchdowns in any given game. So he's not the reason you're losing these games. He's just not prolific enough to cater the squad.
Yeah. He can't do it. He's not gonna give you 40 every week. You know what I'm saying? 4 TDs every week. But he needs his pieces. But it's like, who doesn't? Even Brady needs his pieces.
Right? You see Brady. Brady was falling off for a minute, but I see him reviving his little career.
Julio keep being like, put me out there, coach. Put me out there. I'm sorry. Julio, sit your ass down, bro. You're not doing nothing. I remember when he came to the Bucs and they was like, in practice, he's the fastest guy. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, the TB12 working for him. Season hit, not doing shit.
Same old Julio, dog. He get about 3-4 good games out the season, dog. After 4 games, you asking too much. Come on, coach. Yeah. You know I can't play more than 4 games.
I need to see him in the ice bath until wild card weekend.
Right. For real, that old age be hitting.
Yeah, besides that dude hamstring until wild card weekend, bro.
That's funny, dog.
Nothing but calisthenics and stretches.
Right, my guy doesn't need to get any contact. He hit him one time. Now he's set back 3 weeks.
Red jersey.
Right, he got to rock the red jersey along with Brady. That's funny, dog. But yeah.
I guess the last topic would be about Patriots, dog. So Patriots versus Jets, dog. If we beat them again, it'll be officially your little brother.
What was the score? Y'all beat them by a TD last time?
It was 22-17.
Okay,
that's respectable. And in a full touchdown, but
First off, Jets have a better record than us. So
y'all annoying though, bro. Like, you can never count out New England because the defense always gonna show up.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what Belichick is doing to these like rookie or like early in their career QBs, but whenever they play him, it's like dude literally got 20 men on the field blocking or something because they be acting like they never played football before. So hey, he even got Brady like last year when they played. Like Brady was acting like he don't know how to really throw the football. So I'll give Bill that. On the defensive side, I think y'all probably win. Just to be honest with you, but I'm kind of
okay.
need James Robinson to pop off his head.
And James Robinson's done that.
You've been say, hey, every time people say that, he come back 3 or 4 weeks, 20 plus.
And then he's back to done.
Hey,
okay, back to what I was saying. Yeah, if we beat the Jets, dog, we're officially little brother now, dog.
Damn, it's crazy. Right when Jets was getting some praise, they done beat the Bills. They
we beat them. We beat them, and then they beat the Bills.
Okay, I'll give y'all that. But everybody expected you to beat them at the time.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Jets are still little brother to us. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Jets are still little brother to us, though.
If you beat them again, all right, I give that to you. But right now, y'all might be equals. I don't know, man. That Jets defense ain't nothing to play around with anymore, dog.
Well, just to put it in perspective, when we beat them, it was at their house. Now they're coming to our house. So
but
they win.
I can't look at that only because the Dolphins used to whoop up on you guys at their house all the time, but that didn't mean nothing. So, I gotta see you guys play one more time, man. If Patriots could beat the Jets again, then that tells me the Jets had a good start. It's probably the best they thought the season would be for them, but they're not making playoffs, man.
I feel like they will. I just feel like we have their number, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with us having their number, but
why do you have that one team they don't really match up well with? So
exactly
that could be it
because they beat the Bills. That's like huge props. I don't even think we can beat the Bills, so that's huge props.
I don't think y'all can either.
So
I don't know how to feel about the Jets. I feel like they got a lot of talent because they've been getting first round draft picks for like a decade now. So it's about time some of that mesh together and they start putting a good product on the field. But I still don't trust Zach Wilson, dog. That's my problem with them, I think. So I feel like, all right, I feel like your receivers are solid. Wilson out there looking good as a rookie. I don't know what the hell is happening with Elijah Moore. They just completely bench his ass. But
got that Galladay treatment.
Right?
Yeah, seriously.
He's an afterthought, but he's like 4-3 right now. He's just praying for some PT at this point. But I feel like the receiving core is not bad because they still got Mims out there. They got Corey Davis.
Tyler Conklin's a good tight end.
Yeah, Tyler Conklin, he's respectable. So and the running back is staying afloat. You still got, like you say, James Robinson and Carter out there. So it's all right. You got a decent duo. But I think their line sucked though. Their O-line. I think they got decimated from injury because I know they lost. I think it was Elijah Tucker or
their guard. Yeah.
I think they lost one of their high draft picks already for the season. So they already have to fix that, and I don't know if they can because that's hard to replace when you get a high first round draft pick. You probably replace them with some guy from the 6th round. So they O-line struggling, and the defense is nice. The defense keep them in games. It's not like their offense is dropping 30 points a game for them. But Wilson, man, it's about time that they look for a new QB in this upcoming draft. Or
I feel like it's hard to say. I feel like you ride out with them just because, like, the last couple of years they've been getting QB like every 3 years they get a new QB, and they're 6-3 right now. So it's like finally we're winning. So why are we gonna get another QB when we're winning? Like, yes, our QB is not, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, but maybe it could be like Jimmy Garoppolo. Maybe he could just be game manager, keep things afloat. Our defense is good enough to keep us in these tight, close games and make 3, 4, 5 throws a game, and we can win most of them. So I feel like that's what they should do, at least for now, especially since. But as soon as they get like a bad year, then you can look at another QB. But for now, ride out with him as long as you're winning. So
I feel you. I mean, might as well ride till the wheels fall off, right?
exactly. But I'm telling you right now, anybody want to take a $20 bet this week? I'm down. Anyone want to bet me
$20
that Patriots to beat the Jets?
Win.
What do you say?
I don't know. Part of me wants to do it just so I want to see the Patriots lose. But that division is so close. It's really so close. Even though the Bills are a big name, everybody is within one win of each other. So
exactly. But we're just talking about Jets versus Patriots. Anybody want to take a $20 bet on the Jets?
I'm good on that.
Right. I don't believe in them boys, though. We good.
Yeah.
I know they surprising the whole country because they're not god awful, but that doesn't mean they're all of a sudden a good team either. I mean, the record is nice, but that's about it to me.
And with them being in y'all division, they basically got to run the gauntlet because, like, you got the Bills coming any given week. You got the Dolphins coming any given week. You got Bill Belichick casting curses on your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So you never. That's 3 games basically on the back half of the season where you really need to be like winning the rest of it. And I don't think they're gonna win much more, to be honest with you.
We'll see. Either way, I just feel like they're a little brother to us, and this week will say a lot.
So you saying y'all getting in the playoffs this year?
I'm not saying all that.
Damn, Jeff. This is 2 weeks in a row now. You can't answer the question.
I would like that. I would like that, but I'm not delusional.
Week 17, he gonna have an answer.
Week 17, holla at me. I'll tell you for sure. I'll bet money on that week.
8:15 p.m. week 17. He got an answer.
Got no belief, that.
I'll tell you right now, we'll beat the Jets. I'll tell you that right now. So we'll see what happens.
Man, I feel like y'all might lose because I didn't take that bet, man. Because I feel like if I would have took the bet, y'all would have won. Karma be working out like that.
Well, we'll see what happens. Either way, I feel confident.
Who else y'all gotta? Who else y'all gotta play the rest of the season?
Oh yeah, that's tough. We haven't played the Bills once, so we gotta play them twice.
Oh, y'all gotta play them twice.
Yeah, we still got Miami again, but at least
I just looked it up. Y'all got the Bengals. The Raiders should be easy, but yeah.
I mean, if Jeff said they beat the Raiders.
Hold up, we throw in. I don't like those backhanded shots. Nah, relax, bro. My boy's legit. All right.
Hey, but I'll tell you right now, I would put money on the Vikings. I think we'll beat the Vikings.
Okay, so y'all got Vikings after this week on Thursday.
I'll put money on that.
Kirk Cousins, bro.
I'll put money on that. Whoever wants to bet me, I'll put money on that.
You putting 20 on it?
Wait till after the Jets. If we beat the Jets, I'll put 20. If we beat the Jets, I'll put 20.
Right. Call them out.
Now I want to make the bet. Now I'm like, yeah, I can do that bet.
Okay, fine. We'll put 20. Let's put 20 on.
Cool. We got a friendly 20.
Yeah, we'll put 20 on that.
And remember that, Harrison. He always be trying to come out of nowhere.
I mean, this is recorded. This is live.
Right.
You can just rewind the video. You can rewind the video.
We'll pull up the tape.
All right, no backing up.
So, y'all put in $20 that the Vikings gonna beat the Patriots.
I got Patriots.
Yeah, he obviously got Vikings. I got Vikings.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna say barring major injury to any Vikings main player.
Man, come on, dog.
Come on. Anything can happen in the game. Now, if Justin Jefferson can get hurt, it's not the same bet.
But I didn't know that, and you don't know that either. And any of our players can get hurt too. So why is it barring?
You can say the same thing. You can say the same thing.
Man,
barring
I don't like that.
Injury. Y'all don't have no major players though. Y'all just got a bunch of people.
See what I'm saying? I don't like that gray area stuff. If you're gonna play that game, then
it's no gray area. It's
no. We do it straight up or nothing.
Major players. There's
Thielen,
Cook.
Thielen's not no major player. Get out of here.
He's the number 2.
I ain't no major player, dog. Listen,
Actually,
we do it straight up. We do it straight up.
Number 2 now.
Listen, we do it straight up or nothing. You have the better team.
I don't care.
And you're at home. It's that Vikings.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Y'all not gonna win, so it don't matter. But anyway, y'all don't have no major players for you to even. Cool. Y'all don't even have no major players for you to claim that cause.
Okay, so this is official bet.
Yeah, 20 on it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, cool. So y'all put a little gas money on this one. All right. I mean, it's not big risk. I mean, you do got Belichick back there, you know, at the helm, making sure everything's rocking how it's supposed to. You know what he's gonna do? Run the rock 30 times with Stevenson. Do a little play action. Hopefully, Mac Jones throw it to the right guy who's open.
Hopefully.
and then play defense. So it's probably gonna be a low scoring game. Probably gonna be like 20-17 or some shit like that. And then whoever makes the least amount of mistakes will win the game. So hopefully.
Last thing before we go. All
right.
You think Mac Jones gonna be the starting quarterback next year?
Time will tell.
That's not an answer. That's not an answer, dog.
I don't know.
I need an answer from the Patriots fan.
2023.
Nah. I need an answer from the resident Patriot fan.
I mean, it just depends how the season goes.
Come on, man.
What is it? Zappy? Is that his name?
Zappy. Bailey Zappy.
Hey, Zappy. Yeah. I personally like Zappy better. So that's just me, though.
You got the inside scoop. You don't watching the podcast. You're reading the articles. By next year, dog.
And that's what they're telling me. They're telling me it depends how the season goes. So the inside scoop's telling me. That's what the podcast telling me. So they're telling me that. So I have to go there. They know more than I. So
see, you're not giving anybody an edge. If I was trying to do a trade right now before the trade deadline's up, and I'm trying to give a second rounder for Bailey Zappe because Jeff told me that dude's gonna be starting next year. You give someone a leg up, dog.
Well, if you're trading, I'll tell you no. I would say probably Mac Jones, but I'm not for certain. So
first of all, nobody's trading for Mac Jones unless he's a fourth. So.
Yeah. I mean, what's worse? Nobody will trade a fourth for your Panthers QB. That's what's worse.
Actually, PJ Walker is probably more valuable at this point. To be honest with you.
And then he woke up. Then he woke up.
PJ Walker, when he's playing,
you know that's bullcrap. He can't even finish that sentence straight, man. He can't even finish that sentence straight.
Numbers, dog. They're more dedicated to him than the Patriots fans are dedicated to Mac Jones.
God, and he only has one win since he's been starting.
PJ Walker? Yeah. I think he got 2.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I was so wrong. It's blasphemy that I even said 1. Sorry, he has 2 wins since he's been starting. My apologies.
3.
Oh, would have had 3. Would have had 3. Even worse.
He been starting like 4
games. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mac Jones
took over one of the worst teams in the league and got them a win.
He should win MVP.
You think Mac Jones would?
You're right. You're right.
I know you can't say you think Mac Jones would have did it.
No, but you're right. PJ Walker should win MVP. You're right. We'll see if he starts in 2023. How about that?
I don't think that'll happen, but
okay. So we're in the same boat.
Just because he's not starting doesn't mean that Mac Jones is the one that's going to be starting for you guys. So what's the initial question that you don't know?
I'm just saying I don't know, and you don't know either. Yeah. So we're in the same boat.
We'll see. Zappy 2023.
I'm right there with you. I'll be a campaign manager.
Okay, guys.
So now we're gonna go ahead and conclude the episode. You know, it's been real.
Oh no, you gotta take predictions.
Oh dang, you're right.
Tomorrow night, we gotta take predictions. Right. I was right when I said Panthers would win last week. I'm just mentioning that. So.
Damn, you were right. Man, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about that. The
I'm telling you right now. I'm picking Packers. I'm picking Packers this week. So.
All right, but first, I need to talk about Mariota because he let me down. Buddy
no,
was like,
did he let you down, or did Brian Burns just turn the whole game upside down? He really, bro, they were really back there on his ass. Like, it looked like some bears that found some meat in the wild. I was really worried about Mariota. And they kept sending him out there like...
Yo, but come on, man. Like, I mean, I know they got Brian Burns and all, but it's the Panthers, dog. Like you're supposed to take care of that. Like, I mean, I know Foreman just jumped onto the scene, so I'll give y'all that. That dude, like, he will be a problem. He might be the C-Mac replacement. So that's a big boy that could scoot. So I'll give you that. And I think your interim head coach, I think it's Wilkes.
Yeah. Steve Wilkes.
Yeah, Steve Wilkes. I think
I'm happy for him. Black head coach, man. I hope he win a couple more games. Hope they take him in the next year at least. Especially if we draft a good CJ Stroud or somebody.
Right. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but I think he knows what the formula is. Run the ball 40 times, and then we'll do play action every now and then and see what happens. Because if you're running the rock, you're speeding up the game because you're just chewing up the clock. So there's less time for each side of the ball to get the offense. I mean, for them to get the ball when they're on offense. So if they could put up a little bit more points than the other team, they might win a few more games. So they squeaked it out of Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's not a good football team, so we'll see if that formula works versus anybody else. But Mariota let me down, dog, because if I was Mariota, if I saw them, they're sending the hounds after me, dog, I'm running, dog. I'm like, yo, we're doing a whole bunch of QB design plays, and I'm gonna get these first downs, dog. So that way, the defense coordinator got to adjust and be like, all right, we got to back off. We got to do a little DN contain because Mariota's running wild, and we got to shut this shit down. And then that'll slow down the pass rush. So now you can start getting a few completions, get a little momentum, little continuity going. So I don't know what the Falcons be thinking half the time, man, because you could beat fast edge rushers if you know how to slow them down. Do a couple screens, do a couple quick little RPOs, so they just start losing energy because they're wasting their time. As soon as you hike the ball, you try and get the ball out within 2 seconds, so they ain't getting to you. So after you do that for a few drives, then you could bring out the normal stuff. You feel me? Yeah. So that's my little rant on Mariota, man. I don't know if he's gonna be starting next year or not. I don't know what to do with the guy. I mean, I have him on my fantasy team, so I hope he's starting. but
you can go ahead and drop him to the waivers.
Relax.
hey, if you drop him to the waivers, though, freaking Texans might grab him. They're grabbing everybody.
You can't do that, dog.
Hey, what if Amari Rodgers goes to the Texans and they get a QB and he's a breakout now? I don't know if y'all noticed that they grabbed Amari Rodgers from Green Bay. I'm like, bro, how bad can you be that Green Bay, who's in need of receivers, dropped you from in the middle of the season? Something must be up there. I just don't believe they just dropped him just to drop him.
I mean,
they dropped him because he kept fumbling. He fumbled 5 punt returns. So.
Yeah, you can't have that. Plus, they got a bunch of young wide receivers now. They got Dobbs out there. They got Christian Watson that did what? Picked up 3 touchdowns last week. And then you still got Allen Lazard. That's 3 young wide receivers right there. You throw in the old guy, Cobb.
Sammy Watkins, too.
Cobb and Sammy Watkins. That's 5 receivers right there. So if you fucking up, you can't stay here now. You got to go. So, it's bad for the Texans because they're picking up anybody's trash. They're like, yo, Benjamin, come on down. The receiver you just said from Green Bay.
Can't remember his name.
Right, it's sad because I think he came out of Clemson.
Yeah, he came out of Clemson.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do something because I'm like, there's no clear number 2 or number 3 receiver at the time when they picked him up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, he has a chance to find a role for himself. Maybe he'll be the slot guy. So when Devontae Adams is double and triple teamed, he'll be one-on-one doing little drag routes across the middle. So the linebacker's not really paying attention, and he'll pick up a few third down conversions. Man, that dude wasn't doing nothing for them boys. So it's a wasted draft pick. He's just a bust. So I don't know what Texas is going to do, but I don't think it's going to work out over there either because the Texans, they did this already. They picked up Michael, I think, I can't remember his name. It's Michael something from the Bucks. I think it's Michael Johnson or something from the Bucks. Early in this year when the Bucks had to start cutting receivers.
Yeah.
And they cut him. And I thought he was pretty good receivers for the Bucks. And then Texas picked him up. I haven't seen one peep out that man since he's been on the Texas roster. So I don't know if he's injured or if he just can't get on the field. But they don't got nobody over there. It's Cook, and that's it. So Nico, I think it's Nico Robbins.
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins, there you go, out of Michigan. He finally had a good game this past week. So he might get a little more exposure. Philip Dorsett had a game or two where he was decent. You know, did a couple completions. I think we got Chris Moore out there. That's decent. But ain't no guy you could rely on from week to week besides Brandon Cooks. So that whole organization just they need help, man. Pray for them boys.
Yo, I just saw that I was looking up Cook's contract. It says he's not a free agent until 2025 because he just signed an extension this year.
Yeah.
He got a bag, though. I ain't gonna lie, he got a bag, but, bro, you just literally
Buddy threw a whole temper tantrum and sat out for a whole week last week. He said, y'all didn't trade me, I ain't playing, dog. So, he needed a week to woosah. Go ahead and just talk to God, let him know.
Your career basically over after.
right. You know,
so.
You stuck here because you see what type of people the Texans are. They're fighting tooth and nail before they let Deshaun go. So they're not trying to let no talent off that roster because they know nobody coming here. Let your free agent with some status.
They're not developing no players like that.
Right? Like who's over there? Right now, the best weapon's a rookie, Damian Pierce.
Yeah.
So that's about it. So it's not like they picked him up off the waivers or anything. They drafted him, so they with that, but no free agents going over there. So Brandon Cooks stuck because unless someone gives an arm and a leg for Brandon Cooks, they let him leave the roster like that. So he just has to come to terms. This is where my career is going to end. I've been going from team to team every other year. I got stuck with the with the worst one of them all. So I don't know what he's gonna do. But RIP to that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's not as bad for DJ Moore, but it's pretty much the same thing. At least you know that your organization will be trying to put pieces together for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at least, but I feel bad for DJ Moore, but he's still young as hell.
Yeah.
If we can get something together in the next 2 years, Bro could have a nice 3 or 4 year run in his prime of being on a team that has a chance. Because the Bucks going to be on a decline year after this year. Atlanta's going to be rebuilding, and the Saints, I don't even know what the hell Saints doing. They don't know what they're doing, which speaks volumes. So, we can just get a QB that can keep us in the game and keep the running game going. We could win the NFC South for sure next year.
Man, that's a conversation for another day. Y'all got about 4 damn QBs on that roster, so I don't know what to say.
And they're all going to be gone next year. They all going to be gone except PJ.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a good QB draft, so I mean, y'all should be high in the draft, so y'all should not have a problem getting a good QB from college this year. So just don't mess it up. Don't choose the wrong one, man.
Yeah. Well, okay, guys.
All right, we're about to call it a wrap. Let me go ahead and give you my prediction real quick. So, damn, man. Hold up. Who'd you pick, Ryan?
I picked the Green Bay Packers.
Who'd you pick, Jeff?
I picked Packers.
Damn. So now Packers is popular all of a sudden because they beat Dallas for 1 week. Damn.
I thought they were gonna beat Dallas, so that's just me though.
You thought that?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is with me, I feel like the running game is always going to be there for Tennessee, but it's not going to get you out of every single game. And if you got a quarterback on the opposite side who can continue to throw the ball the whole game and has a running game, you need to be able to continue to make plays. Tannehill straight, but I feel like the Green Bay defense can make it really hard for Tannehill. And I'm not saying they can contain Derrick Henry, but they're not going to just run away with the game. And if you're not going to run away with the game, you're going to leave it to where Rodgers can score in the fourth quarter and pull a win out. I'm putting my money on Rodgers more than I'm putting it on Tennessee.
Damn, boy Rodgers is back. All right.
He needs to be considered. I mean,
right.
my fans waiting on him to wake up.
Right? They paying that man everything they got.
Yeah.
So you know what? I think y'all convinced me, dog. I think I'm gonna go with Green Bay too, because after what Kansas City did to Tennessee, I mean, granted they did have the backup QB in, but they pretty much shut down Derrick Henry the second half. Because once Tennessee starts falling behind, they can't keep running the ball. So now they gotta be forced to throw, and we see they can't throw consistently. So I'm gonna have to go with Green Bay because if Christian Watson could continue doing his thing, I mean, I don't expect him to catch 3 touchdowns and all, but if he could be serviceable and get a touchdown and be a difference maker, and then Alan Lazard does his thing, you still got Aaron Jones back there too, and Dylan. So you got some pieces, and the defense straight for Green Bay. So let me go ahead and ride out with Aaron Rodgers, dog. So all 3 of us going with them boys, and we'll see how. Right, and usually I like going against the grain, but this time we're going with Green Bay, dog. So next week we'll revisit this to see if we're right or wrong. And Jeff, you up 1 because you won last week. You called it out. You said Panthers got it. So we continue this to the end of the season. We got to tally them up, see who got the most predictions correct. And until next time, y'all take it easy, dog.
Easy. Peace.